Alright, guys, today I'm going to be discussing 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm going to touch on some of my favorite chapters from the book. I'm just going to quote him because he's I'm not as good at rhetoric as Mr. Greene is, so that's the plan today. Law number one, never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel completely superior in your desire to please and impress them. Do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. Everyone has insecurities. When you show yourself in the world and display your talents, you naturally stir up all kinds of resentment, envy, and other manifestations of insecurity. This is to be expected. You cannot spend your life worrying about the petty feelings of others. With those above you, however, you must take a different approach. When it comes to power, outshining the master is perhaps the worst mistake of all. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you are saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Power is in many ways a game of appearances, and when you say less than necessary, you inevitably appear greater and more powerful than you are. Your silence will make other people uncomfortable. Humans are machines of interpretation and explanations. They have to know what you are thinking. When you carefully control what you reveal, they cannot pierce your intentions or your meaning. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it and it'll make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. Everything in the world depends on absence and presence. A strong presence will draw power and attention to you. You shine more brightly than those around you. But a point is inevitably reached where too much presence creates the opposite effect. The more you are seen and heard from, the more your value degrades. You become a habit. No matter how hard you try to be different, subtly, without knowing why, people respect you less and less. At the right moment, you must learn to withdraw yourself before they unconsciously push you away. It is a game of hide and seek. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. By acknowledging a petty problem and you give it existence and credibility, the more attention you pay an enemy, the stronger you make him. And a small mistake is often made worse and more visible when you try to fix it. It is sometimes best to leave things alone. If there is something you want but cannot have, show contempt for it. The less interest you reveal, the more superior you seem. Law 48. Assume formlessness. By taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Accept the fact that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes. The human animal is distinguished by its constant creation of forms. Rarely expressing its motions directly, it gives them form through language or through socially acceptable rituals. We cannot communicate our emotions without a form. The forms that we create, however, change constantly, in fashion, in style, and all those human phenomena representing the mood of the moment. We are constantly altering the forms we have inherited from previous generations, and these changes are signs of life and vitality. Indeed, the things that don't change, the forms that rectify, come to look to us like death, and we destroy them. The young show this most clearly. Uncomfortable with the forms that society imposes on them, having no set identity, they play with their own characters, trying on a variety of masks and poses to express themselves. This is the vitality that drives the motor of form, creating constant changes in style. Alright, guys, that's my four top personal favorite laws from the 48 Laws of Power. This book by Robert Greene was a pretty good read. It took me a long time to read. That's because it's pretty big and, life got busy. But I do recommend you read it. And if you watch this video, you probably have some interest in it. So instead of watching countless YouTube videos on it like I did at one point in my life, there's something said when you pick up a book and read it, and you really get a lot from it. Now, in terms of YouTube, I'm trying to start up my YouTube channel again. It's going to look different than it has in the past. I'm going to have to figure out which software is best to use. And so I know this video is probably not the best quality, but I'm just trying to get my sea legs under me. And so if you find this interesting, subscribe, I guess. I'm just trying to really get back in the YouTube game, and it's going to take a lot of practice and trial and error, but that's life. And anyway, so if you're interested in the 48 Laws of Power, I recommend you pick it up, read it, and pick your 4 favorite laws from it. Till then, peace, everybody. Have a good one.